Hey guys, welcome to EduTap. I hope each of you is happy, healthy and fine and taking good care of yourself. I'm your mentor Veer and I welcome you all in our newly launched series especially focusing on the government scheme. So guys, without wasting any time, let's get started. But before starting, I would like to tell you the courses that we are offering at the EduTap guys regarding the RBI Grade B, SEBI Grade A and NABARD Grade A. So guys, let's get started. But before starting the scheme, I would like to tell you a small story just like our previous video so that you can relate the scheme in a much better way, and in the meantime gives you an opportunity to guess the scheme that we're gonna cover up. So guys, our story starts with these casual workers who are working in these urban centers like Delhi, Mumbai, Calcutta. And when this coronavirus struck our economy, we have seen the biggest wave of migration since independence. Guys, but due to this migration, the problem of unemployment came into the picture. So guys, is there a solution to this problem? Yes, there is a solution to the problem, and the name of the solution is, guys, the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme, and this is the scheme that we're gonna cover up today. So coming to the introduction part, guys, the scheme was introduced in the year 2005 as NAREGA, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and by merging the three schemes of the time, that is the Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana, Employment Assurance Scheme and Sampoorna Gramin Rozgar Yojana. So the guys, a question can be asked from this topic like that, which of the following schemes were merged to form NAREGA? It is the Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana, Employment Assurance Scheme and the Sampoorna Gramin Rozgar Yojana. Now this is about the introduction to the scheme. Now we will talk about the timeline of MGNREGA. Guys, NAREGA, as it was launched in the year of 2005, was first time in the launch of Anantapura district of Andhra Pradesh. So a question can be asked from this that MGNREGA was first time launched in which of the following districts? It is the Anantapura district, and in the phase wise manner it was extended to the entire rural area of the country. Now the next question can be framed for the second point, which is the name of NAREGA was changed to MGNREGA in the year 2009. So guys, these are the questions that can be framed from the introduction as well as the timeline. Now guys, you might be confused that sometimes I'm calling it a scheme and sometimes I'm calling it act. So guys, both the terms can be used simultaneously in exchange of each other, but there is a small difference. Scheme is the implementation part of the act. Act provides the legal backing to the scheme, and when we are implementing it, it is termed as scheme. Otherwise, both the terms are same or can be used simultaneously. So guys, that was about the introduction to the MGNREGA. Now we will talk about the most important part of MGNREGA, which is the objective. Objectives are really crucial from our phase 2 point of view. So guys, the primary objective of the MGNREGA scheme is to provide you the right to work. And this right comprises of 100 days of guaranteed employment for each family within 5 kilometers of your residence, and the work has to be provided within 15 days of your job application. So guys, the key important points regarding the primary objectives are, that is 100 days of guaranteed employment within 5 kilometers of your household radii and within 15 days of your job application. So guys, these three figures are important, and there is one more important thing is that this right to work is applicable on family basis, that is means on the household basis. What this household basis means, guys, suppose there are 5 adult members in a family. So each of them cannot exercise this right to work, though all of the 5 are entitled to the work, but only one can exercise this legal right to work. So this is what this household family means, that is this right to work is applicable on the household basis and not on the individual basis. So guys, that was all about the primary objectives of MGNREGA. Now coming to the secondary objectives. Secondary objectives are nothing but the outcomes of primary objectives. How? Let us see. The secondary objective, first point says that it leads to the economic security. So guys, when you are getting a job security of at least 100 days, that means definitely there is an economic security for 100 days. The second point says that it leads to a decrease of migration of labor from rural area to urban area. So guys, if you are getting the job within 5 kilometers of your radii of your household in the rural area, why would you migrate to the urban area? So this is the second point, guys. Now moving to the third point, which says that it leads to the creation of durable assets in rural area, and the assets could be wells, ponds, roads, works and canals. Guys, the kind of work that has been allocated under the MGNREGA includes the creation of roads, the digging of ponds, the creation of canals, all these kinds of work leads to the generation of durable assets within your rural area. Then the fourth point says that it leads to the empowerment of rural women. Guys, for now we will skip this point. We will take up this point again where we take up some facts regarding this. So do not worry, we will take this point again because we need to justify how it leads to the empowerment of rural women. Now the fifth point is about the overall development of rural economy. So guys, when you are getting the job within your rural area, you are creating the durable assets for the villages, then definitely there will be an overall development of rural economy, and definitely it leads to the promotion of inclusive growth and development. So guys, this is all the information regarding the objectives of MGNREGA. So guys, till now we have covered the introduction, the timeline and the objectives of MGNREGA. Now we'll take up the eligibility criteria regarding the MGNREGA. So guys, the person who is a citizen of India above the 18 years of age and a part of local household, that means you must be residing in the you must be residing in any of the villages and have proof that you are residing in the local household of some Gram Sabha, and must volunteer for unskilled labor. Guys, unskilled labor means that you do not require any specialized training or any specialized skills to do your job. You only need the simple tools as well as the simple so the work will be of unskilled nature. So guys, this is about the eligibility criteria, that you must be citizen of India, completed 18 years of age and must be part of a local household. Now guys, we talk about some key facts related to MGNREGA. The first key fact says that a minimum of 10 job seekers shall apply for the work in order to get the work sanctioned. Suppose guys, a road needs to be constructed. So the construction of road can be allocated if at least 10 job seekers must come and apply for the job under the MGNREGA. The second important point is, guys, that the work has to be provided within 15 days of application and from a shelf of work. So what is the shelf of work? We'll take it up in the coming slides. The next point says that the work has to be provided within 5 km of radius. Both the points, the 15 days and 5 km, we have covered this in the primary objective, but the additional point here is, guys, that if the work is provided beyond 5 km, then additional 10% of the minimum wage will be paid. Suppose rupees 100 is the minimum wage, then if the work is provided beyond the 5 km, then the amount will be rupees 110. It is not necessary that work has to be provided within 5 km only. You can provide beyond the 5 km, but then you have to pay the additional 10%. Now guys, there is a special provision regarding the drought affected areas, and which says that this right to work of 100 days has been extended to 150 number of working days. Guys, please remember, each and every fact is important from the exam point of view. Now there is this very important point, guys, which says that 60:40 will be the wage and material ratio regarding any of the project regarding the work which has been allocated under the MGNREGA. And no contractors and machinery is allowed. We have already discussed it, that the work is of unskilled nature. You can only use the very simple tools. Guys, this 60:40 means that suppose there is a project which costs around 1 lakh. That means 60,000 will be the wage cost and 40,000 will be the material cost. And guys, we will take this point again, because when we talk about the different implementing agencies, we will take up this point again, so that we can discuss the sharing pattern among the different agencies. Now this next point is the social audit is must for the implementation of work under MGNREGA, guys. Then from the beginning we are talking about that there is a right to work, but if the government fails to provide you the work, then guys, you are entitled to get the unemployment allowance, and this unemployment allowance is being paid by the state government. Okay, so guys, this is actually a right. If you do not get the work, you get the unemployment allowance. Now there is a point regarding the wages. The wages have to be paid within a fortnight. That means on the 14th day of the coming month, you will be paid equivalent to the amount you have done under the MGNREGA Act, and that amount will be directly credited to your bank account. Now guys, there are some additional facts regarding the wages, like under section 6 of the Act, the minimum wage possible is rupees 60 per day. You cannot pay below rupees 60 per day. Now there is additional point, guys, though the current average is rupees 202. The minimum is rupees 60. They can ask the question from both the points, like what is the current minimum wage under the act? It is 60. And what is the current average? It is 202, which is due to the revision of wages by the governments. The next important point regarding the wages is, guys, that the central government will notify the wages and can be revised the wages keeping in mind the CPI agriculture laborer. So guys, these are the key facts regarding the wages. Now we will take up the different shapes of work. Guys, shape of work is nothing but the domain from which the work can be allocated. So accordingly, there are 262 kinds of different works which can be allocated under the MGNREGA, and out of 262, 164 types of work are directly related with the agriculture and allied activities. That means they are directly linked with the rural economy. Guys, earlier this used to be 261, but recently one more work has been added, which is the unskilled wage component of 230% days for construction of community sanitary complexes under Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. So guys, a question can be asked that how many % days have been added under MGNREGA in convergence with the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin? It is the 230. Guys, this is a very important point from our exam point of view. Please remember this. So guys, till now we have talked about the introduction, we have talked about the objective, we have talked about the key facts related with the MGNREGA as well as the different shelf of works. Now we will talk about the different key stakeholders. So guys, there are different stakeholders, that is at the national level, at the state, district, block and the village level, that is at the ground root level. So starting with the center level, there is the Ministry of Rural Development, who is responsible for the implementation of the scheme at the national level. Then there is the Central Employment Guarantee Council. Guys, this council prepared the annual reports regarding the implementation of the scheme and tabled those reports before the parliament for discussion. So these are the roles regarding the authorities at the central level. Now there is similarly at the state level, there is state government who is responsible for the implementation of the scheme at the state level, and State Employment Guarantee Council prepares the reports who are being tabled before the state legislature for the discussion. So guys, these are the roles of key stakeholders. Now I want to bring up that one point again, which was about the 60:40 will be the wage and material ratio. So guys, now we will talk about the sharing pattern of this 60, how this cost will be borne and who will borne up these costs. So this 60% wage cost will be entirely be borne by the central government, and out of this 40%, 75% will be borne by the central government, and the remaining 25% will be borne by the state government. Moreover guys, one more thing, one more expense that the state government will borne is, if you remember, unemployment allowance. Yes, please do not forget these points. These points are really important from our exam point of view. So the sharing pattern will be 60:40 wage and material cost. Wages will be entirely borne by the central government. Out of 40% of material cost, 75% will be borne by the central government, 25% will be borne by the state government, in addition to the unemployment expenses. So guys, these are the two authorities at the national and the state level. Now we will moving down to the state level. At the district level guys, there is district program coordinator, who could be the CEO of the district panchayat, or he could be even the district collector. It is the role of the district program coordinator to coordinate with the different program officers, as well as he is responsible for the implementation of the scheme at the district level. Now there is this district panchayat guys. District panchayat prepared the annual plan regarding the implementation of the scheme at the district level. Moreover, it is this authority who is responsible for monitoring of the MGNREGA implementation at the district level. So the implementation will be done by the district program coordinator, and the monitoring of the executed work will be done by the district panchayat. Similarly, at the block level, there is program officer who is responsible for the implementation, and there is intermediate panchayat who is responsible for preparing the annual plans at the block level and monitoring the MGNREGA at the block level. Now guys, there is one very important point regarding the program officer, is that it is this authority who is responsible for providing the work within 15 days. So a question can be asked that which of the following authority is responsible for providing the work at the work within the 15 days under the MGNREGA? It is the program officer at the block level who is responsible for providing the work within 15 days. So guys, we have talked about the key stakeholders at the state, national, district and block level. Now we will take up the stakeholders at the grassroots level, which is the village level. And there are two authorities. One is the Gram Sabha and other is the Gram Panchayat. So guys, the authority where you apply for the job is the Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat will issue you a job card for your registration of work and allocate the work within the 15 days of submitting the application. It is the Gram Panchayat who will identify and plan out work. Also, it is the Gram Panchayat who will implement the works. Then what is the role of Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha firstly responsible for the monitoring of execution of work. So the question can be asked that at the village level, who is responsible for the monitoring of the work which is done under the MGNREGA? It is Gram Sabha. But if a question is asked that who is the authority responsible for implementation of MGNREGA works, it is Gram Panchayat. So guys, I hope you can differentiate between the two. Moreover, Gram Sabha is responsible for determining the order of priority of work. Suppose there are different works which need to be carried out. Suppose there is a canal which needs to be created, there is a pond which needs to be digged up. So which work needs to be carried out first? This priority is being decided by Gram Sabha. So guys, these are the roles of different stakeholders at different level. So guys, till now we have talked about the introduction, objective, as well as the different shelves of work, as well as the key stakeholders at different level. Now we will talk about the MGNREGA in news, or we can say the associated news regarding the MGNREGA. So first news is about the guys Bhuvan app. What this Bhuvan app is all about? Bhuvan is a mobile based geotagging application which is used to tag the we can say assets which have been created under the MGNREGA. So this is about the Bhuvan app. The next news is about the eSaksham. This eSaksham is an online learning platform, guys. Basically, it provides a course on integrated natural resource management planning, and anyone who wants to learn this course can access this digital platform. Basically, it was launched for the MGNREGA officials, but anyone who is interested can learn this course through this platform. Then there is this Mansamiksha, guys. Mansamiksha is just a collection of different research studies which have been carried out over a period of time, and first time it was launched in the year of 2012. So guys, this was about the MGNREGA Samiksha. Now guys, I mentioned under the secondary objectives of MGNREGA that women are the biggest beneficiaries under MGNREGA. Now here are certain facts to we can say prove that secondary objective. Guys, we can say that currently if we look out the data till August 2020, the current participation of women is 52.46%, though it is down, or we can say over the years, that means from 2013 and 14 the participation of women has been decreasing under the MGNREGA, which is a point of concern because it used to be above 60%, and currently till August 2020 it was 52.46%. If we go by the absolute data, there were 13.34 crore active beneficiaries as on August 2020, out of which 6.58 were women. That means more than 50% are still women. That's how this MGNREGA scheme is causing empowerment of women. If we compare the data on the state-wise basis, guys, Kerala has seen the highest participation of women under the MGNREGA, whereas on the other side is the Jammu Kashmir, which has seen the lowest participation. Now guys, there is one more fact which is recently came into the picture, that is as on September 12, 2020, there are 8.29 crore active beneficiaries who were provided employment under MGNREGA. So guys, a question can be framed from this point itself, that under the MGNREGA, as per the recent data, how many beneficiaries were being provided the employment? It is 8.29 crores. So guys, all these facts are really important. Now we'll talk about the most important fact from our exam point of view, which is about the budgetary allocation regarding the MGNREGA. So guys, the budgetary allocation for the current financial year is rupees 61,500 crore. Guys, this figure is really important from our exam point of view because a direct question can be asked from this figure. Moreover, though this figure is down by 13% from the previous year, but due to current pandemic situation, an additional sum of rupees 40,000 crore has been allocated, which makes the total allocation for the scheme for the current financial year to approximately rupees 1 trillion. Guys, all these three figures are important and the question can be framed in a confusing way. For example, if they ask about the budgetary allocation, it is 61,500 crore. If they ask about the additional allocation, it is 40,000 crore. If they ask about the total allocation for the scheme, it is 1 trillion. So guys, do not get confused. Just check the question how it is being asked and answer it accordingly. And out of this 1 trillion guys, rupees 11,500 crores have been will be used to clear the past dues. For example, suppose the work has been carried out and the payment has not been done to the we can say workers. That means this will be used for clearing the dues, and 90,000 will be for the current year. So guys, all these figures are really important from our exam point of view. So guys, I hope we have covered each and everything, and now you will feel pretty much comfortable regarding the MGNREGA if any question will come either in the phase 1 or phase 2. So so guys, let's now try to summarize what we have learned today. So guys, the first question is about when was the act came into the picture, or when was the act, this MGNREGA scheme was launched. The scheme was launched in the year of 2005 as NAREGA, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and the name was changed in the year of 2009. So the guys, there is we can say that we cannot ignore the timeline as well. Now guys, the second question is about it provides how many days of guaranteed employment in drought affected area. We have covered this point. In the drought affected areas, the number of guaranteed employment days is 150. So do not forget this point. It provides employment within how much kilometers of your household? 5 kilometers. But if if the authority fails to provide work within 5 kilometers and they provide work beyond 5 kilometers, they have to pay an additional amount of 10% of your minimum basic wage. Now guys, sorry, this is contractors. Contractors and machines are not allowed. The work is of unskilled nature. Please remember this point. The work is of unskilled nature. Now the number of person days under Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, if you remember, we have talked about this. It is 230. Please remember this point. This is crucial from our exam point of view. Can be asked. The next crucial point that can be asked in our phase 1 as well as phase 2 is about the budgetary allocation, guys. The budgetary allocation for the scheme for the current financial year is 61,500 crore. Please remember this figure. Then the total allocation for the MGNREGA scheme for the current financial year is 1 trillion due to the additional amount of 40,000 crores due to COVID. Now guys, there is an important question which could be part of our phase 2 is the supervisory body at the village level. Supervisory, that is monitoring. Monitoring is being done by Gram Sabha. Then the employment is to be provided within 15 days. We have covered this point multiple times. If they fail to provide you the work, they will provide you the unemployment allowance. And who will pay the unemployment allowance? It is the state government who will bond the expenses regarding the unemployment allowance. Guys, please remember the expenses sharing between the central and state. We have already covered that. Then the guaranteed number of days of employment under MGNREGA is 100 days. The only exception is the drought affected areas. So guys, that's all about the MGNREGA scheme. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to our channel, share this video with the others, and we will meet again in the next video with some other schemes. Till then, I'm your mentor Veer, signing off.